guys got a couple or something like that? So we did that like, hey, how's it going? All right, good, man. Yeah, we got a good one.
Some guys got perireferences, breathing protection, hepatitis.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're here.
So we're room 16.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I know.
And don't forget your dealer.
What are you talking about?
This guy can hold a book like nobody I've ever seen.
Hey, listen, I'm a chief resident now. I got medical students and that sort of thing, so, I'm very deeper.
I heard you're the best.
Okay, you're getting a little loud right now, okay?
Well, look at his hands.
Look, all right, listen, I'm not. As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a surgeon. To me, being a surgeon was better than being president of the United States. Even before I first wandered into the operating room as a 7-year-old to watch my dad repair an aortic dissection, I knew I wanted to be a part of it. To me, it meant being a somebody in a profession full of nobodies. They weren't like anybody else. I mean, they did whatever they wanted. If a patient showed up in the ER with a dozen bullets in his chest, they didn't call anybody else to help. They just took care of it. One time, during an endovascular aneurysm repair, the patient started coding. If we had been in CPL, I'm certain this guy would have died right then and there. Instead, Jim Black just calmly took care of the problem, and the guy went home a couple days later. It was beautiful. I remember being called to help Tim Pollock resect a glioma from a patient's pancreas. We opened this guy and found a tumor the size of a watermelon. I mean, this thing was attached to just about every structure in the abdomen, and we just whacked it out like it was no big deal. When I found out I matched at Hopkins, the first person I called was my brother. Being in Baltimore meant that every open weekend I would be hanging out with him in New York, where he was learning to become an actor. And my mother was happy for me until she started watching The Wire and found out I lived in the same street as Avon Barksdale. Nonetheless, she was proud to have her son joining the family business. One day, some of the kids in the neighborhood carried my mother's groceries all the way home. You know why? It was out of respect. Keith D. Willamore, the godfather. Willamore ran the Halsted residency program with Chairman John Cameron, who was the boss over everybody in the neighborhood. When you worked for John Cameron, you could get anything you wanted. CPL upsize on a weekend, no problem. Just mention the ceiling. You need pathology to look at something after hours, you got Ralph Rubin on speed dial. Upgrade to first class, just tell him you work for JC and it's all taken care of. As a junior resident, I was the luckiest kid in the world. I remember as an intern peeking over the ether curtain at a cabbage, and they invited me to come stand at the table and throw stitches on the aorta. I mean, here I am. I'm this kid. I'm barely even old enough to buy cigarettes, and I'm so improximate. Every day I was learning to score. A Mel Williams beating Fistula here. A Steve Mann will back me there. I was living in a fantasy. I mean, don't get me wrong, times were tough. Calls every third night, it was always brutal. And of course, there was a semi-annual progress review with Dr. Wilson. But I've grown up watching my sister go through residency a year ahead of me every step along the way, and the way I looked at it, everybody takes a beating sometimes.
There was Jimmy, and Tommy, and me, and there was Anthony Stabile, Frankie Carbone, and then there was Mo Black's brother, Fat Andy, and his guys, Frankie the Wop, Freddie No Nose, and then there was Pete the Killer, who was Sally Balls' brother. Then you had Nicky Eyes, and Mikey Francesi, and Jimmy Two Times, who got that nickname because he said everything twice, like.
It was a glorious time. There was the incomparable Chris Wolfgang, who was only a few years out of training and was already a legend. Baruchettel, who was quickly becoming the Wayne Gretzky of pancreatic surgery. Richie, no mistakes, Schulich, Mikey, fifth gear Chody, and Dr. B's guys like Johnny Conti and Osh Shaw. There was Fast Freddy Eckhauser, who was famous for his international reputation on the World Wide Web. And Chris Gamble, who was the surgical equivalent of Hollywood's Clint Eastwood. There was Tommy, the Killer Reif Schneider, and of course our new boss, Julie to Make It Happen Freischlag, who got that nickname because no matter what challenge she faced as chair, she always found a way to make it happen. For me to live any other way was nuts. I mean, to us, those goody-good people who worked in neurology or anesthesia for bum paychecks and took the subway to work every day were dead. I mean, they were suckers. But I have to say that for all the important people I got to know in my 7 years in the department, it's the residents that I will miss the most when I move to California. We always used to call each other Halstedian. Like you said to somebody, you're going to like this guy. He's all right. He's a good fella. Halstedian. He's one of us. We're Halstedian, good residents. Being made as a Hopkins trainee means you're a member of a crew. See, it's the highest honor they can give you. It means you belong to a family and a crew. It's like a license to succeed. It's a license to do anything. No matter where I go or what I do in my career, I always remember what it was like to be in the family. Thank you.